I do remember that book.
Yeah.
I remember that book. Yeah, Scholastic Fair.
You know what? The Scholastic Fairs were the most amazing things. Like that whole library being transformed and just
amazing.
like all those books. But yeah.
You go in at it's like October, like, mid-October. It's like a nice crisp chill in the air.
Sam, are we supposed to be live?
Oh yeah, we are supposed to be live. I wanted to have this discussion live.
You walk in.
We are promoting Scholastic Book Fairs. Please
And what
read to your
greets you but
children.
the beautiful smell of new books
Yes.
just coming through. And not just any books, but books like Animorphs.
Oh my gosh, that was my
Classic.
series.
Books
Goosebumps
like the first edition.
all
Oh,
over.
Goosebumps. Yeah.
That was more Fear Street.
It was good.
A book comparing Troy Aikman with Steve Young that I bought at the Scholastic Book Fair that I remember specifically.
It's like, what?
That's good.
Listen,
All right, Philip, I'm going to cut you off. All right, because
Thanks for that cold open.
I know. Anyways, hi everyone. Welcome to Penny for a Tale, where we are streaming Relics, a game of angels by 10 Star Games tonight. Super surprise. This is our penultimate episode. I know it's gonna be crazy. I also want to say there is an Animorphs game, according to chat. So
that is
There it
interesting.
is.
we're gonna look into it. If you want to put some more information out there, Flounder, we are interested in this. Back to the game. Yes, this is our penultimate episode. We might be returning in January, or we might be running something else. It is going to be a mystery. I'm just going to leave that dangling because that's what I like to do. So before we get into our sponsors, we're going to go ahead and go around and have everyone introduce themselves again. Because even though I know you haven't forgotten anyone's beautiful faces, but we'll go ahead and start with Paul, Jack, then Philip.
Hello, I'm Paul. I will be Amina this evening, the professor. And I don't know, I'm in a tomb looking for some relic and definitely not just totally plowing ahead and being not so careful because excited.
I mean, you are excited. Let's just say that. And Jack, I know you're not just Jack, you're Danny. I'm sorry about that. I just get so excited.
I am Danny. I am playing One-Eyed Jack, who recently has also become One-Handed Jack. He's the angel from Vegas that invented the game of poker and loves the mortal realm because luck works here and heaven is boring.
Very true.
My name is Phil. I will be playing Amon Amonset. I was indisposed last episode. I was making the rounds at all of the late night talk show hosts. Had a massive book release. It was a whole to do. Sorry, y'all weren't able to be there for it. Cassie reminded me though, so otherwise I would have forgotten and probably headed off to Greece with you guys. But alas, now I am probably on a plane somewhere flying in. I'm excited. Amon is always sure of himself and sure that he knows the direction that humanity needs to go and will lead it from out front. Excited.
That's great. Rowena, and then Eric and Ashley.
Hey everyone, Rowena here, hailing from Maryland. I am playing Koy Bumba. Koy is athletic, likes to run around, created the leopard, and loves a demon, and was saved by the essence of Amina. And now Koy is also in that temple helping out find this relic.
Great. So my name is Eric. I'm playing Yuurei, the hacker angel of the internet, which you should really think about what the angel of the internet would be like. I think last game I spent the most of the time trying to avert or contribute to the disaster in Seattle. Maybe I just did it for the lulz. We'll find out.
Yeah. Who knows? Go ahead, Ashley.
I am Ashley, and I will be playing Ironheart this evening. He is currently busy causing that chaos in Seattle, and we shall see hopefully this evening if he ever rejoins his brothers and sisters.
Who knows? This is the penultimate episode. Anything can happen. Tonight's music is brought to you by Guild of Ambience, the Grim Music World, as well as Alexander Nakarada. Their links will be down in the show notes when we upload to YouTube. We also have Legend of the Five Rings tomorrow at 6, and then Lexicultum on Thursday at 7 p.m. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And we're just going to go ahead and hop into this game because I am extremely excited for this. So again, we had last episode, Amon was off on some sort of book tour, Ironheart was destroying Seattle, and everyone else was at a party and basically in this perfect Mediterranean dream, it seemed like, before venturing down into the temple in the basement of the church at St. Michael. So we're going to start with them, because you guys have had too much peace, and I'm sure Jack is starting to get a little bit bored, and we don't want that. So as you sort of burst through the stone wall of the basement, not burst, that word's a little bit too rough. This is a very carefully done excavation. There's sort of those white tarps all around to catch any of the dust to keep it away from the rest of the church. But as that wall sort of crumbles away, that dust obscures your vision for a little bit, and air just comes rushing past your faces, that hasn't been breathed in thousands of years. And sort of that smell of staleness, volcanic ash. It's difficult to explain, but yet somehow familiar. Amina, how are you feeling right now? The dust is sort of settling, and you're able to finally get your first glimpse back into the past, this world that has been buried for, basically since you fell.
I think that given all the work that I've done to sort of free myself from the guilt and everything that had been holding me back, there is definitely an eagerness and excitement. It's seeing the place has really given me this sort of rush of energy and wanting to go and kind of explore it again and see it just like it was. It's so untouched compared to the other archaeological digs where everything is sort of crumbled away and it looks like another dig, but this one just feels, even with the ash everywhere, it just feels like what it used to be.
Yeah, it's interesting. Is Letitia, she is staying on the surface, correct? To sort of coordinate the logistics up there. Who are you bringing in there with you?
Yeah, so the agreement was that myself and any of my companions, the angels, would be given the ability to go in first. And then after that, basically the rest of the folks would take over and have it just another dig. So Letitia is up kind of managing the dig team and everything going on there. So I have offered to any of the other angels who are there. So that would be Jack, Yuurei, and Koy. That they are welcome to come along with if they would like.
Yeah, and I think that we were absolutely doing just that. If I recall correctly, you had told us that there was that same sense that we got of relic, angelic or demonic, not really sure, nearby. Once we had cracked open this area,
Yeah, just
a sense of something important happening.
Yeah.
Or being there. So, not bored.
no.
You don't even have to watch the news from Seattle to remain not bored.
And I also warned all of you that when I was using my clairvoyance to look in the place, that there were dark spots that I couldn't see. So we just needed to keep that in mind. I wasn't sure what that meant.
Yeah. Just to recap, when you had placed your hand on the wall, using one of your miracles to peer through, because you were able to see for miles, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Quite a good length. There were these patches in your vision as you were sort of doing this survey that were just black, like something had been stripped away from that area. And that's all you never have experienced that before. But yeah, Koy, Yuurei, you guys are going in as well?
Yeah, I'm in. I'm there. So ready.
Yuurei finishes looking at the phone he has in his hand, apparently following something. Types a few things, puts them in his pocket, or their pocket, and follows behind slowly.
Yeah, as you sort of enter, you step over that threshold from the present into this past world. You see the bars on your phone just go down. No reception, nothing. No internet in here,
Family's
Yuurei.
here.
Yeah.
This is not my realm, but it's important to Amina.
It's true. And this is older than anything you've seen, being our angel that fell
36 years ago.
Yeah. Whew. All right. So we're going to hop over to Amon. Leaving Ironheart alone. Oh, that's just a little crazy. So you would have taken a plane to Greece.
Yes, of course.
All right.
Sky SUV.
Sky SUV. Yes.
So,
go ahead.
So are we last time we had that I was in the story, I had chatted with this with my boss, Dr. Banda, and he had given me some of this information. I guess we're kind of bypassing our side quests at this moment.
It's true.
Sort of. I mean, we discussed completely ignoring it, and I took off for Greece. But I did make some phone calls last game to the owners of the museum to try and start the ball rolling to just purchase the thing he wants, because I have money, and money solves problems. Like, I want a doll.
It's true.
Sure.
And he got a very scared
Did you call
intern.
me after that?
No.
Did you call Cassie after that?
No. When I have information, I'll let you know.
So I'm flying blind, super happy. Probably on a jet plane somewhere over the Mediterranean, just drinking my scotch, and just chatting with Cassie about how amazing things are. Oh,
No, as you sort of bang your leg on a suitcase that you have right by your leg.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, not as great as Jack's flight was. He was well taken care of. It was amazing. Yeah,
Well, it figures for Stumpy.
Oh, ouch. Ouch.
Brutal.
Roll
Brutal.
initiative. Except we don't do that here. Just kidding. Yes, so you enjoy this wonderful flight with Cassie, just sort of over the Mediterranean. It's as perfect as can be. And you touch down in Greece. You already can sort of feel that you're leaving something behind. But as you sort of walk out onto the tarmac, someone is waiting for you. Would you have contacted any of your siblings to let them know that you were on your way?
I certainly wouldn't have. Whether Cassie would have or not, for me, is a different question.
I believe Cassie would have. Yuurei, would you have answered? Let's say that you had gotten a message from Cassie with their ETA. What would you have done with that information? This was
I would have sent her. I just sent her the information on where we are. I asked her if she wants to arrange it, if she wants me to arrange it.
Yeah. She would have gone ahead and arranged it, but that is excellent. So you guys aren't going in there blind.
Then I check in with her and ask her how she's doing.
Yuurei, you were so sweet. Yeah, she'll give you just sort of the basics, like.
What's he saying? What's he saying?
I haven't sent the message yet, Amon.
Is he talking?
Not yet. I gotta send the message first.
Why would I talk? It's text.
Yeah.
I mean,
is he saying anything now?
No.
Okay.
She hurriedly finishes typing out the text that gives you the details that they had just landed and were about to head in your direction. This is probably in the morning, right as you're heading to the temple. One of the last text messages you get before you're in the car. So there's going to be just a little bit of a trail behind you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. And she will, of course, relay this message to you, Amon, when she finally sends the message.
Excellent. I have a question. Do we have time for a beautiful beachside walk before heading to this place?
You have nothing but time. It just depends on how soon you want to meet up with your siblings.
I mean,
you are an eternal creature. What is time to you?
I think it would be definitely fine if Cassie and I took a romantic walk on the beach first.
Did you just talk about her in third person while she's there?
I am speaking as a holy one. Time what's the time immemorial? No, that's the wrong term. Anyway, doesn't matter. The point is, walk on the beach.
Perfect. Go walk your beach, and we'll go over to Ironheart.
Uh-oh.
So, Ironheart, last time we left you, you had drawn the card Death.
Correct, for the second time.
Second time, yes. We should just go ahead and make that your signifier at this point. So as you wake, and you don't remember ever passing out, you're in a room. It seems empty. You do not see your sword, and you are sort of tied to a chair in these chains that are engraved with runes. It's just sort of this starkly empty place.
I am assuming I can read these runes?
If you want to give me a knowing card draw, let's go ahead and do that.
Let's do it.
All right. Let me get this up. Let's see if it's gonna work. I'm so excited. All right, you have drawn the magician.
Ooh.
And I don't think that's anyone's signifier, right? Oh,
No.
okay. I should have these memorized by now. Yes, they're binding chain. You've seen them binding demons, and it seems as though it's working on an angel.
I just kind of sit there. I kind of figured this was where it was going to go with my last interaction. And I have found that giving much to those around you doesn't end well. So I just kind of relax as much as I can.
Yeah, I mean, how much are you able to relax now that your relic is gone?
Outwardly, I seem fine. I'm doing okay right now because I know it's in the hands of angels. But I also don't plan to leave it where it is either. So
Yeah. You wait a short amount of time before one of the angels that you had met last time, Nathaniel, comes in. They were from the Shield. He just sort of walks into the room and looks at you, shaking his head. Didn't have to be like this, Ironheart.
so you say?
No, I
told you I'd walk away.
But you cannot just avoid everything that you had done in Seattle. You killed more than 50 mortals.
Again, different missions. It's the reason our mission doesn't usually interact with yours.
He sighs and again just sort of circles around your chair, seeing like he's deliberating something. We've had a discussion with the council, and at this point you seem more dangerous than the demons that you proclaim to hunt.
Interesting.
He puts a hand on you, and you feel this sort of jolt of electricity run through your veins. It hurts like nothing you've felt in a very long time. But at this point, you feel like they're going to torture you for something.
I kind of take a deep breath to push off the pain, giving as little signal to them that are to him as I can manage that it even fazed me.
You
I
killed both humans that you cared for. You did that,
Incorrect.
Ironheart. No.
I killed one of them.
Don't you think that if they did not have to move here, they didn't have to move your, what was her name? Alexis, that she would have been fine? It was you that killed her.
No. The reason I was in a rush to get there was because I had been informed she had less time than cared to mention to live.
Yes, but perhaps you would have had more time had you not come.
We'll never know, will we?
No,
And it
but
doesn't matter, she's with Mother. Isn't that the goal of all humans?
quite so. And he'll leave you alone in the room. It's dark. Again, you seem just totally cut off from everyone. But back to the temple. As you guys enter in, looking around, Amina, what does this room look like? You sort of have entered into this inner sanctum of the temple. Looking out, you could notice those doors that you used to walk in with Flaxarius. I'm very bad at names, I'm sorry. And you could almost see the two of you together walking back in to put offerings on. But yeah, what does this room look like?
I just double checked. It's Lysagoras.
Lysagoras.
So the temple itself is, it's actually pretty standard fare in terms of thinking ancient Greek architecture. There's a large colonnade along the outsides of it, and then these large stone doors, and they are carved with symbols that sort of attempt to embody the ideas of this democracy. So moving away from images of gods and things like that, and really focusing on the people and their ability to construct change on their own. And so it's in that sense, it's very much an oddity. Looking at these doors, it seems very unreal, because it doesn't seem to fit.
Yeah. It's a different sort of place. And again, just as you said, it is exactly as you had left it. Even the ink, though faded, it has been kept from the sun. And yeah, you can see those paintings clearly. But as you sort of look around, we are going to draw a card for your perception real quick. And we're going to go ahead and give you a blessing because you know what this room should look like and should have in it. All right, Temperance. I think we need to do a blessing. But we'll draw the second card. And the Hierophant. Okay, you guys all know what your signifiers are. So as you look around, Amina, you will notice footprints in the dust. But they do not look like they've been made by a normal foot. They're slightly elongated and thin. Not something that you would expect, and you're not quite sure what made it, but you can see that the dust here should not be disturbed, and yet it is.
I stop and wordlessly try to signal to everyone to not move any farther, and I want to, if possible, kneel down and inspect the footprint, is it a bear footprint? Is it not like a bear, but is it a footprint without a shoe?
Oh,
These are
Sandal?
temple bears.
Yeah,
it's
More of an otter.
yeah. That's Tomb Raider, right? That's
Yeah.
the temple bears. But yeah, just try to get an idea of when this might have been left based on what the footprints tell about who it was wearing.
Yeah. As you look down at this footprint, gazing at it a little bit closer, you can see, again, the thing that had stuck out to you was that the proportions of it seem off. The toes are a little bit longer than it should be, so you can see that it wasn't wearing shoes. And then there's sort of this fine little dot in the dust before, probably from a claw, a fingernail, something that was curved past the toe. Not any creature that you would remember from ancient Greece. And it's hard to tell when they were made because everything in this room is so undisturbed and there's been no breeze, no weather to sort of move this dust around. So it could be from any time.
I straighten up and turn back to the party and say, looking mostly at Koy, saying, do any of you have any particular knowledge of mythical beasts or anything like that?
And where to find them?
Yes.
Gotcha.
yeah, I have some knowledge of that. What's going on? What do you see?
It's a very strange footprint here. I was wondering if you could take a look, see if it reminds you of anything.
I'll jog over there.
Plumes of dust sort of come up as you run. Amina grimaces.
Sorry. Should I draw for the?
Yes. And Amina, you could do this too. It would be your knowledge with your demon lore. All right, but we have, again, the magician for you, Koy. And we're going to give you a blessing. The chariot.
That is my signifier.
Nice.
I like to move.
Yeah. Fire.
Chariot.
Signifier. All right. For knowledge, you are just flooded. Your mind is absolutely flooded with information. It's sort of one of those things where your mind's eye opens and you could see the past, the present, the future. Everyone else will just sort of see Koy just go stock still. Their eyes glaze over, and you could see that their halo begins to illuminate, sort of casting the shadows out of this room for a moment. And then their eyes just go completely white. But only Koy is able to sort of focus in on this information of the Mistborn. These are creatures that, the space between the supernal and real is not just a line or a wall, it's this veil. And so when angels and humans try to have children,
oh boy,
there can be horrifying, sometimes good, but it depends on the angel's heart. But many times there are these horrible consequences. And these creatures are born that have these small wings, and are just these beasts that aren't quite formed. Horns, claws, everything just sort of out of proportion. Just sort of this amalgamation of what is wrong when something that is eternal tries to be with something that is not. And you know that these creatures are not smart. They are solely creatures of hunger and thirst that are essentially mindless, depending on who created them. But, you know, angels as well as demons have been trying to create, you know, a cross between themselves for millennia, since the beginning of time, and they just haven't gotten it right. And just the thought of these creatures potentially lurking around here just makes your skin crawl because of how sort of unnatural it is. Some angels and demons like to dabble in that, but most don't. But for a miracle, we will get back to you on that, but you can go ahead and relay any of this information to your siblings if you care, as your eyes sort of go back to their normal color and your halo quiets down a bit.
All right.
It's clowns,
Which one?
isn't it?
No. Worse than clowns, and I'm pretty terrified of clowns. Which one of you is messing with mortals? Which one of you's, trying to procreate here?
Not possible for me.
Well, someone around here is, because these tracks, my sibs, is my worst nightmare, which essentially is this offspring. So I don't know about proceeding forward, because thems are a little out of control. Amina, I don't know what you want to do to proceed, but looks like they may be running amok. And even for me, I like to run, but these guys, it's like a whole other ball game. I don't even know. So what should we do?
Amina?
How important is this to you, Amina?
I think the presence of the Nephilim here should tell us that that finding this relic is of great importance. We must be doubly cautious, but I think we should press on.
I am more than happy to run ahead and help as needed, but I mean, we all need to be on high alert. This is no, we ain't playing here. Just saying, fam. This is very, very, very creepy stuff. And I'm not scared so easily. I'm on edge now. Gosh, I need to take a walk. I need to take a run. I'll just go ahead. I'm going.
You're going to kick up a bunch of dust.
Just watch where you step.
Yeah. So your miracle is going to be a level 3 miracle. I will be giving you some trammels with it, but you can now travel into the future or past.
Oh.
See them clearly and edit it in a limited fashion.
Oh.
But in order to do so, you can only achieve this once per session, as well as you have to destroy a valuable item in order to do this. That item could either be in the past or in the present. All right.
Hey.
Just some things to look about. But you will be able to use this miracle again this session, should you wish, because this was not it.
Thank you, Gila.
You're welcome. All right, Amon,
Yes.
you have been walking along this beautiful beach, pristine.
One might call it a Riviera.
One might. One might. Luckily the tourists haven't come over to the spot yet, but of course the waters are just this beautiful cerulean blue, that warm breeze just sort of coming off and like bringing that smell of sand and salt, and just, it's absolutely breathtakingly perfect. Not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light sweater. Maybe references. Thank you. But yeah, you're sort of walking hand in hand with Cassie, and she just sort of has this small smile on her face as you guys go.
Cassie, this is quite a beautiful area, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I don't know why you haven't brought me here sooner.
Well, things get busy.
Speaking of busy, don't you think that you should find your siblings?
Yes, I do think so. They'll get quite testy, especially Yuurei, if I'm delayed.
I didn't tell you this on the plane, and she'll pull out her phone and sort of swipe a couple of times. It was Ironheart that went to Seattle, right?
Yes, it was.
Not saying anything else, she'll just show you her phone, and it's just news reels of just destruction and fire in Seattle. Potentially, like, they're just like, they have no clue who did it, but they do have an image of Ironheart saying that they don't know who he's working with, but this arson terrorist is at large.
This curse under my breath. This is not the way that we are supposed to affect change in this world. This could have dramatic consequences, not just to our kind, but for the human race.
Someone had video of Ironheart, but Yurei's taking care of that, they said.
I don't know what we can do about it now. But perhaps it would be best if we were to find a way to rid ourselves of this Ironheart problem. I don't know. This creates a tough decision. Not one that I can make myself. Thank you for showing this to me. I'm greatly troubled by it.
Didn't mean to ruin our time together.
No, of course. Nothing can ruin my time with you. I've always felt that you were different, Cassie, from anybody that I've met before. And that's saying something, because I've been around for a long time.
Probably say that every 100 years or so.
Now. That's not true. I've told you before about once before. That was a long time ago. And even then, I can't remember if the feeling was the same.
It's fine, Amon.
It's not fine.
No, it is, because this is now, and you're here now.
Yes, for for now, for the extent of your lifetime, and then what? I'm left to sit in my own misery until thousands of years from now, or the world ends, or Mother returns.
I think you'll have enough memories that you won't sit in misery. That I would hate for you to do that, so please don't do that.
No, we will find the answer that we're looking for.
No, Amon. I'm a human, and humans are going to die. But that is not what we should spend our time together thinking about.
If what Mother said was true, then there is a path that we will find.
Okay. This is a rabbit hole that we don't have time to go down. Amina's here for something, and she needs your help.
That's fine. But here, take this, and I hand her a package.
Should I open it now?
No. Open it when I return.
She just smiles at that and just sort of goes up on her tiptoes to give you a kiss on the cheek. Please do not crash through the ceiling.
I grab her face and push it in. It happens. Yeah.
My heart. But yes, she'll just like reiterate. I don't know where Amina is right now, but do not crash on her, please.
And I say, no promises, and fly straight up in the air.
Just leave her down there breathless.
Yeah, the seagulls are kind of cawing as they, float around. I mean, it's a beautiful scene. It's a beautiful scene, for sure.
As Cassie looks around and is like, hopefully nobody saw that.
It's definitely a Lois Lane situation. It's it feels very, very, very similar.
Okay. Does Amon crash through the ceiling? We will find out soon.
He is. Yeah. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yes. First, he has to charge up.
Yeah, exactly. Spirit Bomb.
Don't do that. Ironheart.
Yes.
It has been a few days, actually. We're now on the same timeline as our friends in Greece. So probably around 24 hours that you have been in this room. The angels coming in, just sort of giving you information, saying that this was your fault, and saying the name of every human that you had killed as they get that information. And then they leave you alone. But this next time that they come in, you will see that Nathaniel is carrying your sword. He just sort of has it heft over his shoulder, and he just looks at you for a moment.
Are we reciting names again today?
No. The council has decided that your relics should be destroyed.
Interesting decision.
And we're here to bring you to watch it. Your power shall be gone, Ironheart. They believe that is the only way to keep humanity safe.
I kind of look at him. And whose council decided this? Yours, of course.
No, Ironheart. The leaders from each of them. It was not just ours. You have gone astray.
And maybe I have.
See, even now, there is no repentance. Do you not care what you have done in the slightest?
You would expect me to beg you not to do something that has been deemed? You would expect me to show repentance for something I have none of.
Ironheart, your overconfidence is a cold and insidious killer. You are destroying yourself.
I kind of look at where he is positioned. Tell me how many years you've been here, Nathaniel.
Why is that important?
Tell me.
Guess I'll humor you. I fell during the Abbasid Caliphate.
I kind of nod. So, you've been around wars a few times? Of course, you would never participate because your mission doesn't allow that.
He says nothing as he just looks at you.
So, let me put this in words you can understand. In war, people die. Humans kill humans every single day. And I have fought beside humans and angels alike. If the council has decided that my abilities and what I do is no longer needed to go against the demons, then as Mother wills it. I will not change who I am. And to be honest, I miss Alexis. I was betrayed by the other. But Alexis is gone now. I have no one to protect on this planet. On this Earth.
Again, you were not sent here to protect one human, Ironheart. You were here to protect humanity.
And how many times did I walk through this city hunting demons for you for that reason?
And how many humans were killed in the process of you hunting demons? We can talk in circles for days, Ironheart, but this proclamation has been made, and I am here to bring you to the council.
Go for it.
He will step forward and just place a hand on the chain to yank you to your feet.
So what exactly do these chains do?
Well, how much have you tested them?
Probably quite a bit over the course in small doses.
Mm-hmm. You cannot call forth fire if you've tried that. You cannot. You can move slightly, inches, your arms. That is not hindered as much, but you seem very much helpless.
Good. So is it just Nathan in the room, or is there others?
Right now it is just Nathaniel.
Or Nathaniel, sorry. Okay. I will stand up. I'm assuming these are just on my wrist.
Yes.
Good. Tell me, brother, do you know how to use that sword?
Do you not know what happens when someone takes up your relic?
Good. Then this will be interesting. And with that, I will drop to the ground and kick up, knocking him off his feet, trying to touch the relic. My goal is to get him on the ground and to control the relic.
All right. Well, you are going to have to draw with a not a blessing, a curse. So lovers, not for you, and the star. But actually, I believe that this is going to be a game of 21.
So we each have 10, or are you redrawing?
Yes, so you each have 10.
Okay.
Now this one's for you. Again, lovers. Okay, so 20. What the? Hold on. We can't have that again. There we go. So the moon, and now the high priestess. Next.
So we're both sitting at 20, if I'm correct?
Yes. All right, I'm going to draw one more for you. The Hanged Man. And Strength. Just 8. All right, so that would be a bust for both of them, right? Yes. Yeah. So you do this is he. So you kick his feet out from underneath him, and he falls backward. But he takes the sword with him, and you are not able to touch it. But you are both sort of on the ground, looking at each other.
You know, these chains could be very interesting. I wrap it around his neck.
You draw the most cards. All right, let me go ahead and draw this. The world. Thought that was. Amon,
Nice.
is that your signifier?
I don't think so. Hold on, let me check.
If my signifier ever gets drawn, it will be a miracle.
Literally.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Hey, I've drawn the devil. I've drawn death. You know.
Yeah.
And now we draw Yurei's. The Hermit.
No, mine is the Magician. Did we draw
Oh,
that earlier?
we did.
We did.
Yes.
That's right, we did.
That
Yeah.
was drawn earlier.
All right. So
That's
Yuurei,
right,
you have 2 miracles on deck. Amon, you have 1 as well that I will allow both of you to use when the time seems pertinent for it.
Like, perhaps when somebody crashes through a ceiling or something along those lines.
Or something, yes.
or something, okay.
Maybe a
You go
miracle.
away. You take Cassie and go away from here.
My miracle is related to Cassie, 100%.
Aww. Ironheart, you get this chain around Nathaniel's neck, but as you do so, you immediately, your skin starts blistering and burning. You're going to take 2 points of wounds. He is using your fire against you.
That's fine. I will take the heel of my boot and jab it into his hand that's holding my sword. Essentially trying to crush his hand and make him lose his grip.
Hold on.
Last time I put my hand in front of that sword, I lost it. Just saying.
It's on the ground right now, though. He's not swinging it.
Good point.
He was not smart enough to actually try to swing the sword.
Sorry, my cards are being really weird. Alright. We're just gonna use actual cards.
So the devil is drawn.
Show it to us.
Got it.
Show it to us. Here we go.
Yes.
We're ready.
This is why we can't have nice things. You don't get to have a virtual.
You want me to
Yeah,
use my?
yeah.
You want me to do my angel cards here, or are you gonna use the
Ooh.
relic cards?
I could use the relic cards. But
Do it,
your
do it,
angel
do it.
cards are pretty dang cool too.
They were pretty sweet.
I
be
don't
honest.
have any tarot cards.
Paul.
Alright. I have shuffled the deck, you guys. Alright. Oh my flipping goodness.
What is it?
Alright, no. We can't.
No, what is it?
What was it?
We did not
Which
just.
one? I can't see it.
Oh, it keeps cutting out.
It's the devil.
Oh my goodness!
No, it is death.
Death.
Oh, that one's the death one.
Yeah.
That's not possible. I just
Oh
shuffled
my-
It's
this.
random. It's totally random.
You know, dealer, if you want to kill
Or it's Mom's
Ironheart,
will.
you should just like.
Mom's
Oh
will.
my
Moms.
goodness!
Thanks for showing us that deck full of death cards you have there,
I
Sam.
know. That's what I'm like. It's not all death. There's only one.
Eric is like it is written. You know?
Yeah. Yep.
Back to the temple.
Yeah, you'll figure that one
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Let's think about that.
Yeah.
Did
My
you-
cards crashed.
Did you feel that? Did you feel what just happened?
A disturbance in the force.
Yeah.
Like
Basically.
the souls of millions crying out.
Millions
then
in Seattle.
silenced.
Oh my goodness.
Weather forecast is unnaturally hot there today.
Higher
Would you say
storms.
it's hellish?
Because it doesn't exist, and we know that.
Murder hornets?
Uh,
Hey. So you guys have begun to explore and walk around the temple. Amina, do you have a destination in mind? Or at this point, is it just walk?
Near the door of the temple is, I guess, what's left of a body. And Amina is going to go to it and pay respects. She'll say a prayer in ancient Greek, a blessing for the dead, and just spend a minute, not too long.
What are you feeling?
I'm feeling mostly, it's complicated, some grief, definitely some thankfulness for being able to say goodbye, and I think really it's there's relief here. Again, this is part of being able to finally let go of things held on to so much. I think if Koy were to pick up on any of it, it would mostly be kind of that feeling of Well, maybe Koy would liken it to the feeling of reaching the finish line of a marathon. Like the hard work is finally done, and a little bit of sadness that that it's over.
Bittersweet, isn't it, Amina?
Yes, but it is over, and now it is time for us to collect our reward.
Yeah,
Which way were those empty spaces you saw?
Well, they're probably mobile. Because I doubt they're dead.
Yuurei, Jack, where are you guys inside this room? Are you near Amina, or what have you been doing?
Hanging out right there. Walked up after Koy did their little jog and explosive remembrance or survival check of miracles.
Explosive remembrance. It's my new fragrance.
Ooh.
Explosive remembrance. Nice.
I get that sometimes after Mexican food.
Wait, I thought you said. I thought, are they Cuban or are they Greek?
No, they're Colombian.
Oh, Colombian. Oh, right.
De Bumba.
Yurei's up there as well.
All right. Are you guys looking around at all, or just sort of following?
Oh yeah, I wanna.
Hint,
I'm
hint.
looking in every possible direction, making sure that there's no threats above us or around. I think I'm
Except
focused.
down. You're not looking down. Look down.
I'm freaking out.
Looking around, thinking, like,
Up,
this
down,
is
down,
the reason
left,
I never
right.
came down, because this is not very interesting, but it's
Are there
very
any
important to
cave
someone.
spiders here?
I'm like
Got the
feeling
Konami code, Jack? Danny?
What?
I'm
Up, down, left, right. Like,
AB.
BA start, you
Start.
know?
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm,
So
I'm
you
having these bittersweet feels, but I'm like still hype after seeing. Oh dear.
Why does she have cards?
Oh dear.
Why does the dealer...
Oh,
Have cards.
Is this a card trick, Sam? You want us to
Yeah.
pick a card, any card?
I'll take the good one.
Oh, wait. No, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have to choose them, right?
Yuurei will take the one on your far left. Sam.
On her far
Fine.
left, so that's that one.
Center right for me.
Yuurei, you have the 6 of coins.
Okay.
Amina, what did you say?
The middle one now.
That would be the 4 of... No. Yeah, 4 of coins.
Amina instantly dies.
Ugh. I think someone's going to crash through the ceiling on you. Koy?
Mm.
you're right. Yeah.
Page of Swords.
Okay.
And that leaves Jack with the 6 of Staves.
Staves. That, I think,
Oh,
is my aspect.
Perfect.
I needed coins, guys.
No.
Okay.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah.
But you got the Page of Swords,
Yeah.
so that's still
Good.
fine. But everyone else, except for Jack. All right, Jack, Koy, you notice this. Amina, Yuurei, you do not. A shuffling noise.
No.
Sort of bone against rock coming towards you. This snuffing sound in your direction. And you could sort of see the shadows moving towards Yuurei, Jack, and Amina. I don't know why Amon's laughing.
Every
Jack!
day I'm shuffling.
Okay, go back to being muted.
Jack. Jack, you see that? You see that?
Yeah. I think we've officially entered the Temple of Doom section.
Water temple.
Got a
Amina!
mom.
Look out! I think they're here! Oh God!
So, Koy, you just start shouting.
Yes! I'm so scared! Yeah.
I will tap on. Well, I guess Koy has already gotten Yuurei and Amina's attention. Point in the direction of the things that we saw that they missed, so that they have context for the screaming.
Koy just starts screaming.
Amina! Yuurei!
What is going on?
See the bone scraping shadow things over there coming right for us.
Yuurei, what are you doing?
I think Yuurei is just very confused by Koy right now.
All right, we're gonna have to have you draw a card.
Oh my gosh.
And you are, it's just going to be cursed or normal. Just be a normal one. How distracted are you by Koy? They are pretty distracting.
You got a phone that has no internet, and she's making a lot of great memes.
I'm not making memes. I'm not in the meme business.
Alright, so,
What do I get?
4 of staves.
Okay.
Stay in the frame. So Jack, you see this as from sort of, and do remember, Yuurei, that you have 2 miracles. But Jack and Amina, you witness this as this creature, just sort of leaps out of the shadows, and again, its arms are sort of too long in front of it, and its feet jut out about a foot, sort of bent backwards. Horns sort of protruding from its skull, and its maw just has rows and rows of these jagged, sharp-looking teeth. It just looks like this creature of hate, by whatever it was created by. As it leaps at Yuurei, sort of sinking its teeth into his shoulder. Looks like it was probably going for the neck, but its eyes are extremely small, so you're not quite certain if it's able to see very well. But Yuurei, you'll take 1 point of wounds.
Okay.
Dealer.
Yes.
I think at this point, there is perhaps a rumbling and maybe a crash through the ceiling.
Yes, so
That is coming straight down into at 100 miles per hour. Obviously, not within a specific direction.
Can I draw to see if it's right on top of me?
Let me set this for you, Amon.
Yeah.
Cassie would have informed you that Yuurei had told her they were going to this church of St. Michael.
Yeah.
And as you're flying over, you would see where the ground has sort of been roped off and what would be an excavation site. So would you be going through the church or through the ground, would you imagine?
I mean, can I sense kind of where people are? Is there any type of feeling that I get about this is about kind of like a metal detector kind of situation, like a beep, type of thing.
We can have you draw for that.
Yeah, we're gonna draw for that. I'm just gonna. No, you know what? Maybe Yuurei said they were underground. I'm going right in. I'm just picking a spot next to the. I'm going right in.
All right. I I will draw. You don't take any wounds, luckily, with the Knight of Cups. Yeah, go ahead. You can describe this.
Perfect. So I basically see, the church maybe a kind of a cordoned off area, and I say, yeah, that's probably about exactly where they are.
There are people around, by the way.
They don't see me. I mean, I'm so fast.
Like Drax.
Yeah, they may. You hold still when you dive in. They don't see me at all. They're looking the other way, and it drops straight in and just kind of hit the ground. Of course, I'm used to this. It's kind of like a straight. It's a pencil, I mean, when you go into the.
Yeah, the problem is that there is no hole in the ground. They went through the basement of the church. So, I mean, you can go through the earth, should you wish to try.
Yeah.
I should have thought that through, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. That seems very. I feel that I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna pencil my way through this. Through the earth.
Excellent. Rock, stone doesn't matter to you.
No. I'm very strong.
Yes. I'm drawing a card for you.
Very, very fast.
Pick one.
We're gonna go with the one on the right. No, wait, your left. Your left. The other one. That one. Yep.
Uh-oh.
5 of coins.
Coins, I believe, is my signifier.
But you are not speaking.
That's a good point. But I am flying, so I do have a blessing.
Ooh, you're very lucky. You got the Queen of Swords.
That's what I'm talking about, everybody.
Them blessings, though.
That's some Amon stuff right there.
The ground was luckily very soft.
Naturally.
As you burst through the ceiling of this very pristine excavation site, this temple that Amina had helped build, that has been kept in perfect condition until now. As you burst through the ceiling of this, Amina, what does the destruction look like as you suddenly see the ceiling of this temple start to crumble, give way? Then there's Amon.
Well, first things first, can I draw to see if he lands on me?
Yes. Are you...
Very important.
Is this a high number? Do you want to say?
I know, I'm like, what outcome?
No, I don't want him to land on me.
You draw death.
Death? Oh yeah, I am. I need to reshuffle, huh? Because Death needs to go back in. I was gonna.
I'd appreciate it.
I was gonna throw Death
The
away.
Dealer's trying to kill Ironheart. That's the reason Death's going back in.
Okay, we are shuffling them.
If Death gets drawn, Amon somehow lands on Ironheart in Seattle.
Yes. You're going so fast. Yeah, you're just
hits Ironheart and knocks him into space. Got it.
Good
Sam,
and shuffled.
Damn it, shovel. Sam, in order for this to be legit, you gotta reveal on screen. You gotta draw and reveal.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, flip out. Yeah.
Flipping out. I am flipping out.
Flip it out.
No, I'm flipping out.
Well,
all right, here we go.
I don't even know what it is.
It's invisible. It's half.
What is that? What is that?
King of Coins.
Oh,
signifier.
It's good.
Is that your signifier?
I think.
Wait, no, it's your aspect.
Oh, you're the magician.
It's your
Aspect.
Yeah.
Aspect. No.
Calm down there, Amon.
Cups. Cups is my
aspect.
Aspect.
Cups is my aspect.
I'm so
Amina, you
But
can
it's still-
decide what happens.
It's still the king, right? So that's
Yeah.
not too bad. Oh, all right. So we're standing there. Yuurei has just been bit by this thing.
By
Koy
Gollum.
is flipping out,
Ah!
and over in the corner of the temple, kind of the front corner, where it just so happens there's like nothing over there, was Amina's least favorite corner of the whole temple.
It was the privy.
The privy.
Yeah, that's where all the human waste was.
And still is. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
That's true. Petrified as it is. It comes this explosion downward of dust and rock, and suddenly incredibly bright light compared to the electric lanterns we were probably using. There's suddenly this incredible brightness as Amonset flies down and lands right in this detritus sitting on the floor, and I think everyone, or at least I know Amina, turns and just like dumbstruck, and not in a happy way.
Ah!
Amon, do you stick the landing like a gymnast, or are you doing the whole 3-point superhero landing?
Oh, it's definitely 3-point superhero landing. 100%. What is that? What?
Queen of Coins. You're fine.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's aspect. It's superhero landing. Do I land on any of these people?
No,
No, you land
we're
on
far enough away
petrified
from you.
poop.
Yeah, you landed in the old outhouse area.
Yeah, dusty poops. There you go.
None of us are near the actual like falling pieces of temple and ground.
I stand up with kind of this like stern visage on my face, kind of this like gritty rock. I mean, maybe I look like the Rock. Just kind of like just super strong. Just kind of stand up. There's kind of like maybe I kind of pose and kind of dust falls off every piece of my body. And I just, kind of stare at everyone with this view, look on my face, and I just say, "I'm here."
Yuri's ignoring you because Yuri's getting bitten by Gollum.
Does Yuurei look okay to me? Like if I glance over at him, does he look like he's handling
No.
things?
There's a monster on his shoulder that's going. That's
Jack,
not
can you
okay.
can you throw your other arm at him? I mean, I'm just curious.
Poor Yuurei is just being torn
I didn't
apart.
know if maybe the monster stopped chewing on him to look over too and be like, "What?"
I'm in bed. Can I get your autograph?
Read all your books.
I'm trying to make something of myself.
Oh man,
You do it.
guys are
You
good.
can do it.
Let's see. I am gonna Yuurei out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of staves.
Can't see what it is.
I
It's
know.
completely
It
blank.
just keeps. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
If you put it really close to the camera.
No.
Really close.
Nope.
Period from my face. You can't say it.
There you go.
It's the 6 of staves. I promise.
Okay.
Yeah. Magic. That is not a success though.
For what?
Anything that you
You're
did.
getting nommed.
I wasn't doing anything.
No.
I hadn't done anything yet.
This
so.
creature
got
is
eaten.
doing things to you though.
You got
Okay.
nommed.
Bad things. And this is Amon's fault, by the way.
It wasn't my fault. I came in.
So Amon bursts through the ceiling, and this creature just rips
with
its
majestic
head
light
towards the
Majestic.
sound as its teeth are still in your shoulder.
No!
And just completely ripped your arm off as it
Okay,
looks
that was
towards
not my
Amon.
fault. That one was
As
not
it
my fault.
looks towards Amon.
Wow.
Everyone's
That was
arms
bad
is going to be
timing.
off by the end of this.
That's my
Are
goal.
we
I
the
think
one-armed
Yuri's gonna
gang?
say it's not. Of course, it's not your fault.
I appreciate that, Yuri. Thank you.
Ah!
Koy, contain yourself, please.
I have a question
Yes.
about something, if I would know it or not.
Mhm.
Since I know what the creature is now, would I know whether or not they have any sort of reason, like can communicate or would, at all be able to respond to
It's hard because
verbal
it
commands?
depends on how hungry they are, how receptive they are to listening. You know that they can be taught simple commands, depending on their level. But at this point, you're not quite sure if this one has been trained. So, if you have your book, it's on page 216, the Mistborn Creatures. I just wanted to give Koy a reason to use their new book that they just got.
Solid. Nice.
But yes, demons oftentimes will adopt them, using them sort of as attack dogs or servants. But yeah, sometimes they could be smart enough. So would you try to speak with it?
I feel like I would want to try and use the voice of God. Or is that what it's called? I had the wrong sheet pulled up here.
Okay.
Well, yep, voice of God.
Yes.
So at least, if I'm going to say something, it's going to be true. I would say, creature, it is not our purpose to hurt you. Please stop hurting us.
I'm going to pause you there. Yuurei, what are you doing?
Yuri has the feeling this is a lot more important for Amina than it has anything to do with Yuri. This is a physical thing, which Yuri is very much not concerned about.
So Yuurei has had his arm torn off and is just still standing there. Excellent. Jack?
Creature, take Yuurei. He doesn't care.
You said that I had military contacts and access to a handgun, right?
Yeah.
So I was in the process of drawing my handgun when Amina said, "We're not here to hurt you." So I'm just kind of like looking at Amina, looking at the gun, like looking at Yuurei.
Yuri looks at you like we match.
I only lost a hand, not an arm.
Hey, you don't still have that Claymore mine, do you?
No, it blew up.
Okay, I didn't know. You may have grabbed two.
I can look around here for another one. I don't think I'm as likely to find one. Why are we letting this thing kill Yuurei?
I don't know.
I love angels. You guys are just totally like, huh.
It is written.
I'm freaking out because it reminds me of one of Dantillion's doggos that we used to hang out with back in the day when we would get some snacks.
This guy, he was a little too forward. You didn't.
Because Dantillion had one that was a little servant thing. That's why I'm like freaking out.
Yeah.
Did my entrance cause anybody to just kind of like
No.
chill out for a second?
No, it caused Yuri's arm to get
disarming,
twisted.
though.
Yuri's arm off.
It was very
Quite
disarming.
disarming.
Listen,
Oh!
Good job,
And
Yuri.
now we know why it happened.
It's true. Amina,
Brutal.
at your words, the creature will sort of freeze for a moment and look at you. You can't quite tell what it's thinking. Ironheart.
Yes.
There you go.
The creature is Ironheart.
Incarnate.
Our
But
timelines
it
really have caught up.
surprised you.
Ironheart, this seems to be happening a lot to you, but you wake up. And all that is around you is red. You smell that very familiar scent to you of sort of that coppery, metallic blood. But it's different. It's not. Some of it was human blood, but then you sort of, as it enters your senses, something a little bit rarer. It's the angelic essence. And as you sort of open your eyes and look around, there's just sort of bits and pieces of different creatures. And your sword just sort of lying in a pool. But there's someone else in the room. And she's looking down at you. Just sort of this lazy smile on her face. Black wings.
I kind of like look at my wrist. Are my cuffs still on?
Sorry, dear, let me take care of those for you. And this creature walks forward and just, with a swipe of her finger, the cuffs fall away.
I guess a thank you is in order.
No. We've been impressed by what you've been doing, so think of this more as fan service? I don't know what the correct word would be now, Ironheart, but it seems that you're free to go.
I'll walk over to my sword and pick it up. Does she stop me?
No, but your face is burning.
So why are demons interested in my freedom?
Well, we've always been watching you, and we've seen what you can do, Ironheart. I don't think our missions are too different, you and I.
I'm pretty sure I've put a number of you back where you belong.
Where is it that we belong, Ironheart?
According to Mother, not on Earth.
Where do you belong?
Not here, but that's a whole nother story.
We have a proposition for you if you're willing to listen. It doesn't seem like your angel friends are following the mission of ridding Earth of us.
I'd agree.
Ironheart, what is it that you want more than anything?
The hunt. The fight. The training.
What if we could help you be stronger?
And if I still try to kill you?
Well, wouldn't that just be more interesting? You
This is
see,
true.
Ironheart, there's a relic in Greece that I believe some of your siblings are after, but I don't think that they realize exactly what it can do.
They probably don't.
But I think that in your hands, it could do something more. It could help you achieve your mission.
Why would a demon help me achieve my mission?
Oh,
I put the sword on my back. I'm not showing any aggression at this point towards her. I actually seem a little intrigued.
yeah, she sort of walks around the room. Looks like she's trying to find something. Ironheart, explain your mission to me.
What part of my mission do you want me to explain to you? I mean, you know what the Sword of Wrath does. You guys are not ignorant or stupid.
I thank you for that. But with Mother gone, of course, do you believe that your mission still stands?
I believe many of my siblings have turned away from the mission.
Then aren't they the ones that are... I'll leave that for you to decide. But I know what relic lies in Greece, and I think that Amina, Amon, Koy, all of them, they're not going to use it to bring about what you can use it for. If there were no humans, then, well, wouldn't your mission be complete? If you just sent them all back to Mother?
How many of my siblings in the sword have you tried to talk to?
You don't need to know that, Ironheart.
Actually, I kind of do. Because it is definitely within the mission statement. Human life is not valued.
No, they are but a blink while they are here, and then aren't you just sending them on to what their future holds? What does it mean if it goes a little bit sooner? But just to sate your curiosity, you are not the first, nor will you be the last that we approach and that have worked with us.
Can I recall any within my mission that I can think of that could have worked with them? Like anyone that seemed a little bit more happy to kill humans. Little less hunt the demons and more doing things in a different way.
You can actually call on one of your siblings to have this memory for you. It isn't, it's sort of set apart from time.
Yeah, let's call on, you know what? We'll call on Koy.
What would I know?
I don't know, maybe,
Okay, so this is, remind me again, this is related to your experience?
My experience, probably when I'm with you sometime, when we are dealing with another member of the Sword of Wrath, which is my mission group, that just didn't seem to be acting in a way that aligned themselves well, that were a little too happy to kill humans, a little too happy to... The demon got away just a little too easily.
We were in South Africa. We were watching over a group of tourists who were on a safari. And we got a tip that there was a demon there that was masquerading as some of the animals. So of course, you invited me along because I'm here for it. And we were very, very, very close. But in the last possible moments, we noticed that someone swooped in there and actually, in the midst of trying to get the animal, a child fell off of the safari jeep and was also attacked in the process. This colleague was taking the form of another animal, and though the family thought that it was a tragic accident, we witnessed and saw that it was most definitely not. And as a result of that, let me get my book. I want to see. You, after we saw that, we you took it upon yourself to train extra hard. We actually went to the gym we have this like little pit area that I created because I need to get my athletics on, and you personally asked me to train you to increase your ability for sparring and brawling, and I think that was kind of the start of Ironheart's brigade to kick ass even more so than before.
Okay. So as I kind of look at her, and what would this arrangement entail?
Well, to shoot the hostage.
To shoot what hostage?
Look, Ironheart, the demons will always win the war because we have humanity as a hostage.
I realize this.
And so, does that not make your path to victory quite clear?
Your timing is...
You shoot the hostage, Ironheart.
prudent. What is your name?
She smiles. Adra.
Well, Adra, I am against my siblings getting a hold of a relic, if I must be honest. I mean, hell. My brother was holding on to one that had one of your kind in it, and didn't want to destroy it.
And recently you failed to kill 2 demons, we've heard.
1. I'm afraid my arrival in Las Vegas was a little delayed. Then again, maybe that was part of one of my siblings' plans. We do have a sibling that handles, shall we say, technology well.
See, Ironheart, it just seems like they're working against you.
I kind of take a deep breath. You realize this does not mean I won't kill you.
There'll be a date then.
Where's my wolf?
Well, I believe she ran off, correct? When you were taken in. I'm sure you could find her in the forest, but I have transportation arranged for you to arrive in Greece.
Make your arrangements. Tell me
Yeah.
where to be. I should. And I kind of look at myself. I'm kind of covered in blood. I should probably change my guise and get changed.
The arrangements are already made, Ironheart. And I'm sure we could have clothes brought. But that goes without saying. You should probably keep this from your siblings. They wouldn't understand.
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't.
Once you get the relic, I'm sure you'll understand what to do with it as well.
Very well. We have a, shall we say, temporary alliance.
Excellent.
Is there any other angels still here?
Here. No, I took care of that. They were
Very
trying
well.
to keep you from me.
Wonder why. They didn't seem to trust me very much.
No.
Very well. Where do I go? I need to find her first. I may need some assistance, and she is quite loyal.
We can arrange for her to be in a crate.
She
And
belongs in no crate.
you were flying across the sea.
You can tell that the idea of putting her in a crate is very disconcerting to him. Like, out of everything you've said to him this evening, that's probably the thing that seems to bug him the most. Even as he looks at the remains of his fallen brethren on the floor, that definitely seems to be the thing that he is focusing on.
I apologize. I will ensure personally that she is comfortable. But take this with you as a token of our
And what is
arrangement for
this?
now. One of your fallen siblings' relics.
I hold my hand out. A demon is giving me a relic. Now this is new.
Yes.
I usually take them from you.
But see, we're working together now. And she will hand you Nathaniel's relic.
And what was it?
Electricity. I was. Sorry, guys.
What is the form of it?
And so she hands you this. It almost looks like a keychain, sort of like a Tamagotchi type thing.
Ooh, Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
Hey, they're back!
They're back.
My daughter wants one.
Wait, they're back?
Yes!
Wow.
They're back!
Oh my gosh. Let's
94, 95, what?
It's great. It's great. Yeah. Relics.
I look at it, kind of fumbling it in my hand. This'll work.
Yeah. I
And
don't think anything would be able to stop you right now.
It's got a 3D color screen.
yes,
Have fun in Greece, Ironheart. We'll see you soon.
I look at her one last time. This arrangement, depending on how it goes, and if you give me demons that don't know how to behave, we might be able to continue.
Well, I have many of those, so I think we can keep you happy.
I turn and I start walking to wherever she has told me to go. If it's an airport, if it's
It's a very private
wherever.
airport. You are a very wanted person right now.
Yeah, just slightly. I will change my guise though. Some. So I'm not as noticeable. I will actually change my guise to a female form.
Perfect. Back to the temple. Ironheart, you can choose to appear whenever you would like. This creature is looking at you, Amina. It has frozen and is just blinking. You're not quite sure if it is just waiting, if it heard you, or if it's just digesting Yuri's arm.
I will look at the creature square in the eyes and say, "Do you have a name?"
Just continues to stare. You can see its maw sort of open a little bit and almost a growl issues forth from its throat, but nothing that you could understand as words.
I I turn to the group and say, "Does anyone have any idea for communicating with the creature?"
How do you turn towards the group?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear.
I would turn in a way that
You reveal your arm.
I hold my arms out, and I would turn in a way that my front is never facing away from it. So if I pivot maybe 45 degrees and then look over my shoulder.
Slowly circle around the creature.
Yeah. And Jack, you have a gun out, correct?
Yeah,
I'm going to
but
call
Amina
this.
seems to have this.
Oh. So if the creature moved, what would you do?
Is it moving?
I was thinking you kind of had a ready to action right now.
Oh, no. I pulled it out and I didn't even point it at it because Amina started talking. So it's like, oh, okay. So, I mean, if it's going to come charging at me, then I'm going to fire until the clip is empty in its face. But otherwise, I'm letting Amina control how this goes.
Yes, so Amina, you turn slightly. Still able to see the creature over your shoulder. What do you say to the group?
Yeah, and I ask for help.
Help.
Dealer, I am right in that I can show up whenever?
Yes, but not at this moment right now. 1 second. Yes, whenever.
Let me know when I'm safe.
Absolutely any time you choose, but not right this second.
Not right this second.
Doesn't seem to be very communicative.
Well, any ideas for keeping
You're
the
not-
creature at bay long enough to get out of here with
Is that
what
what
we
you want?
need?
Is that what you want?
Oh no, the dealer has cards. Oh no.
Is that what you want, Amina?
You want the creature at bay?
While you continue your looking around?
At bay.
You know what I really want, Yuri, is the middle card.
You
You
sure?
can have the middle card.
No.
Why did the cards change? Hey,
No. It was the middle one.
It was.
Okay.
I can confirm.
It was
I
the
watched.
middle one. I watched it too.
Thanks, guys.
I watched. Yeah, I watched.
Ooh,
What is that?
it is
Invisible card.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of coins.
That's come up recently. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think our dealer knows how to shuffle.
Rude. The last card, it was a 6 of
Wow.
staves. Excuse me.
The one before that was the 6 of coins.
and the next 2 cards are death. How weird is that?
Exactly.
I'll say Ironheart's just salty. Okay.
I think you all are just a little salty.
I would just like to.
I'm not salty. I'm just very upset that I trained my sibling in this way, and now B's gone rogue, and I don't even know.
Yeah.
Y'all got
Does
this
that mean you're
backwards.
gonna have a
It's
relationship?
not- You got this
Yeah.
backwards. It's not that the dealer doesn't know how to shuffle, it's that she knows how to shuffle very, very well. She
It
can
does-
put a card wherever she wants and pull death anytime she wants to.
It doesn't matter because Amon is here.
I'm
Yeah.
shuffling again.
So
Shut up. Do something about that thing then. I don't.
I
You
Who
can do-
wants
you're gonna
communication?
You're
Amon,
gonna
that's
You're
persuade
right.
the monster.
Amina,
You're gonna
if you want
persuade-
something,
you're
go
right.
do it now.
I turn to the creature and I look into its eyes and I draw a card
Let me
to
just
to see if I understand what it wants.
reshuffle these.
It wants to eat.
It wants
So which
You
card
look
do you
into
draw,
it.
Armin? Is it death or 6 of coins?
it,
gonna
it's
look-
it,
gonna
it's
look
my
into your
aspect.
eyes. It's gonna look into your eyes and eat your face.
You're gonna look
Yeah.
into your eyes and be
Don't
like,
forget about that.
Whatever. I already told the dealer what I wanted my miracle to be.
Permanent blight to Jack.
yeah,
The rest
yeah,
of the game.
It wants to eat Jack's other hand. It's what it
hey,
really wants.
Super shuffling.
I'm going to allow this.
I want to understand what it wants. We'll see if my communication skills are as advertised in my New York Times best-selling book that was recently featured on Colbert and, all of the other late shows.
This is not the time. Don't
Listen,
just do.
I just have to mention.
We're gonna cut it.
To who? We all know about your freaking book.
He's talking
Just-
to himself.
Sorry, I'm just hungover from all those boombas I had before.
So many Boombas. You gotta
Oh.
you gotta be careful about that. All right, give me the third card.
Okay. 1, 2.
That's the one. That's the one I want right there. What is
Yeah.
that?
Death. No.
Oh,
Just kidding. It's the star.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Can't really see it.
Am I able to understand what this creature wants using my communication skills? I say, what is it you need? What is it you want? What is it? How can I help you? Are you in need of a self-help book? I'm on the Amazon best published list. I mean, I just whatever I communicate to them, it works, right? Because of the star.
Within your mind, you hear
Oh,
this very echoing voice. Not quite high pitched, a little. It's strange. It's like discordant. We're hungry. Amon.
I turn to the rest of the group. Okay, number one, it wants to eat, so,
How close are you, Amon?
far, far, far away. As far away as one can be and still communicate. No, okay, I want the fourth card in there. Oh my gosh,
Isn't this better?
this is better. What is it? I can't see.
It
The
looks like
Empress.
Oh.
3.
That's how I roll.
That's no one's signifier.
Oh, I'm 2. The High Priestess.
That's
Again.
what do they call it though? That's a major arcana.
Major Arcana. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
You're good.
You see again, it just sort of rearing up a little bit on its hind legs. A growl issuing forth, and just
Does it have more legs than just the 2?
has the 2, and then the large protruding arms.
Gotcha.
More than you.
Yeah.
And
More arms
Jack.
than you right now.
Yeah,
Dang.
Or-
I
Burn.
still have 2 arms.
it's true.
I have all of my arms.
it's debatable.
But again, in your mind, Amon, it just screams, "We're hungry.
Okay.
It's time for us to eat."
We need to find it food now.
We found food. It's delicious.
That was
From the shadows, you hear this just spine-tingling scream from
not,
multiple different directions. And
not
again,
that one. No.
If you want to go get something, Amina, go do it now. I'll take
No.
care of this.
we're
Can you get-
hungry.
Humans to feed to it or something.
That's where we're going now?
What about your friend?
I'm in set.
Okay, fair enough.
You could bring Cassie down. I mean,
Yeah.
She's on the beach. She has a gift. I gave her the gift so she would be protected from any type of dealer interaction. So the dealer would be interested in what the gift was.
Challenge
Live
accepted.
to next
I
episode.
mean, I think you're just gonna have to
So-
deal with the consequences.
You're not going to solve this by running, Koy.
What?
What?
You're not going to solve it by talking, Amon. Amina, you need to make a decision. And Jack, at least it'll be interesting.
It's interesting so far.
As Yuurei turns and walks into the group of creatures, providing a vital distraction as he allows them to attack them. You'll have as long as I can
Yuurei
give you.
does this, there is a wolf that runs ahead of him, attacking any of these creatures, and they will see a flame appear behind them. And I will.
I told you you
dash
didn't have
in
much
and
time.
Begin to kill the creatures.
And I'm totally taking this opportunity to run into the temple.
I will follow Amina.
When I see Amina run, they will notice my wolf runs with them. To the dealer only. I have instructed my wolf to retrieve whatever they get.
All right. A lot of stuff just happened right there. So first, we need to give Yuurei their scene of telling. Basically, they're sacrificing themselves to provide the distraction that you need, Amina. So, Yuurei, go ahead and describe your actions first, and then you can decide when the wolf comes.
So Yuurei says all these things to everybody and turns slowly to walk into the obvious large group of these things. The arm that got eaten was the one that had the light. So whatever device Yuurei was using to have light is no longer there. So Yuurei walks slowly into the darkness, completely calmly. But he says, Yuri says, I'll give you as much time as I can. And then you just hear this biting and tearing and rending from the darkness that seems to go on for an inordinately long time. What did you do in that time?
That is the question.
Because it's gonna be when this noises has gotten fairly low and is much more liquid sounding that a wolf would run in.
Excellent. But I'm sure Amina started running as soon as Yuurei started walking. So the wolf wouldn't have attacked the creatures, correct? Ironheart, they would have followed
No,
Amina?
the wolf would have followed Amina.
Yes.
And I would have gone towards Yuurei.
Excellent. Anyone want to react to Yuurei going off?
I was pushing Amina forward.
Yes. Amon, Koy, this is your brother.
So
Yuri doesn't have a gender.
That's true. This is your sibling. Thank you, Yuurei.
There you go.
How soon after does Ironheart arrive? Is it like quick pop pop, or is it Yuurei?
I don't think this is a quick scene with Yuri.
No.
I think this is one of those very slow, very Japanese scenes where the thing just continues for an inordinately long period of time. So it's not a fast scene.
It's true. It just seems... I'm sure, Yuurei, you don't cry out in pain.
No.
But yes, you hear the creatures, and Amon, you're still able to communicate with them. You can shut it out anytime, but you hear them shouting in your mind. Just food over and over again as they tear into Yuurei.
I would like to scream out, stop, as loud as I possibly could.
All right. With the hopes to distract them?
Yes, just to see if I can in some way just create a moment's pause, perhaps.
It's hard to tell since the creatures were still in shadow and Yuurei is there as well. But out of that sort of darkness emerges two creatures. But you could still hear that tearing happening behind them. But they look at you. We are eating. What do you want? We need to eat.
They stare at me.
Yes.
For how long?
It's hard to tell. Their eyes are very small.
Is it 10 seconds?
I feel like they want to return to eat, but if you would like to draw a card.
Perhaps I would walk closer to them as they were staring at me to hold their attention, taking one step every 2 seconds or so in order to ensure that they retain their focus.
Are we going to eat this one too? That's exciting. Why don't we draw a card to see if they attack you for 10 seconds?
Why don't you draw 2, since I'm walking very slowly?
Give me a number.
7.
2, 4, 5, 6. Number 7 is the 6 of Cups.
Hmm.
as well as the Knight of Coins.
Mm.
That is my aspect.
And you are
Not that
speaking. But yes, you hold them for 10 seconds. They start inching forward towards you. So whatever you're going to say, you better say it fast.
I say to them, we are not food. We are from a different place. The food you seek is elsewhere, and we are not tasty.
Where is the food?
We can show you.
I think we need to finish eating the other one. Then you show us
No.
food?
No. You must not. If you do, you will never eat again. Voice of God right there.
So can any of us hear this interaction, or is it just like telepathic?
No, this is I speak it.
So we can
You can't hear the creature's response.
okay, but I can hear.
Aim.
I'm set. What if I run out of here and have them follow me?
That would work. Yeah.
I'm very fast. And I'm bugging out, and I want to help Amina.
You must follow.
A wolf runs past you, following Amina. And Ironheart steps through the entrance where everyone else had come through except for Amon. As Koy mentions, running out.
Run away too quickly, sister.
What are you doing here?
Amon is seafood too.
What have you done?
I took care of an issue. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm about ready to take care of another. And I'll step in front of them, and my sword will light up. Full on. The fire is burning around it. And I will start going to where Yuurei went, killing any of the creatures that come near me. And I am using my miracle, obviously. So I have the extremely hot flame around me at this point. These abominations will die as they were intended to.
It's odd, as you approach, your flames sort of lighting the area. There's nothing there. You see the creatures sort of clawing about at the ground, angrily. But there's nothing there.
I round on my siblings. You allowed these abominations to kill our... I crack my neck. I keep my flame up, and I start after following Amina.
Hey, Ironheart, I wouldn't be talking so swiftly about killing. Someone's been getting a little busy in Seattle, so we've heard.
Humans don't matter.
The creatures all turn to Amon. You promised us food. Where is the food?
There's humans upstairs.
I point over to Koy.
Ironheart, you can't hear them, only Amon is able to.
I point over to Koy and say, follow my friend. She'll show you the way.
But we do not eat them?
I don't know if I can do this anymore. I need to stay here. I don't trust Ironheart.
You can't lead them away?
I received a note to keep an eye on our sibling before entering this temple.
I'll look back at Koy. And I will smile. You obviously aren't very good at keeping an eye on things, are you? One of you is dead. You're dealing with abominations created by angels that should not be here.
I wouldn't talk so much about abominations from someone who had the ability to for loving a human, okay?
You're right. I made a mistake. I admit it. Alexis was a mistake. Humans in general are a mistake. They are the reason the demons exist. They feed off them. They endure the demon's presence. They worship them. I have things to do.
I'm going to be right on your tail.
You can follow. I don't care.
Okay? We'll see how many more cities it's going to take.
I've only burned 2 or 3 in my lifetime.
And what good did that do? You're still here in the same place doing the same freaking thing and not being successful at all. Sibling.
You know, Koy, how many demons I've killed? And I'll kill a town if it means killing one demon now. The angels are siblings, showed me. How lost they have become. And I am following after them, and I am trying to see what's going on there.
I fell asleep.
Amina.
How close am I?
That's a very good question. So you are running, yes?
Yes. Flat out run towards the, it would be behind whatever kind of altar there is along the back of the temple. It would be set into the stone wall there. That's where that's where I remember it being.
Yes. You know these halls. You helped build them. And even with the ash and dust from, the event that had happened that took it all away from you, it still comes right back to you. You sort of hear, as you run, the sounds of singing and chanting that you remember that you used to do every evening here. And you reach that altar. And it's right there. Right where you had left it.
When I see it, do I remember what it is?
Yes. Why don't you go ahead and have that memory of the, what was it, the Mask of Kings?
Sure. I have to re-look up what the Mask of Kings is.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
It was supposedly cast by the greatest sorcerers of Egypt for the young King Tut. It's a gold mask that was thought to have been buried with him. You don't know. But you know it's much older than that. Wearing the mask, you remember the wearer appears to all that could see them as having the qualities that the viewer most respects. This wasn't a relic you ever used. You kind of kept it away because you wanted people to have that choice to act for themselves. But anyone that sees this, the viewer finds themselves sort of agreeing passionately with whatever is said. So again, it wasn't something that you ever felt the temptation to use. You do remember that it only works in the full light of the sun. In shadow, it has no effect. And, you know, if it can work, you realize, over televised transmission now, and it could, anyone with the mask could control millions. All this realization just sort of hits you as you look at it. It was something that you wanted to leave alone, to give humans a choice, because you knew in the wrong hands it would be too much.
Yeah, we kept the relic here, knowing what it was capable of doing, and left it on this wall, at the bottom of what was a beautifully done mosaic of the power of the community over a single ruling entity, which was this mask sitting there. And it became not as much a point of worship, but a point of, as we would gather in this hall of the temple, of remembering that that a single person who desires to take control can destroy so much. It's the irony is not lost on me that that's exactly what happened to this entire island. That a single entity desiring power was able to destroy all that we had worked for. So it's very bittersweet remembering everything about this mask, because on the one hand, it's a powerful relic that could be used for good, and on the other hand, it is a terrifying relic that even not being used, just being in the vicinity of what has happened here, is still able to create a fear and a panic. And I am very much torn in a lot of ways of whether it's even right to take it. But at this point, taking it seems like the only wise thing to do, because if we don't take it, someone else will, and we can at least sort this out later. So I walk up behind the altar with great reverence, this having been a place where that it was in some ways sanctified for its purposes within the community, and gently remove the mask from the wall, and open my my bag, which I'd been carrying to just in case there was anything we need to grab, and set it in the bag. And then turn around with the intent of running out.
Excellent.
What we needed?
Yes. We have what we came here for. How is Yuurei?
I know as much as you do.
Then let's make haste.
Koy, you were struck with that fear that Amina had, not knowing what the reason for causing the fear might be, but you just know that right now Amina is scared.
Are we all in the same? Since I followed Ironheart, we're all in the same area?
Yeah, you're about to get to the room that they're in. You're sort of in this hall.
Okay. I'm motivated by the fear. I start running toward Amina. When I see her and it looks like I see that she has the relic, I'm gonna take her and I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna literally pick Babe up and let's go and just get out because it's very scary times. Should I draw for that to see how it goes?
Yes.
Or
because Ironheart seeing Koy run forward to try and take Amina, what would you do?
I would stop her.
All right. Then
nope.
let's play some
Let's
blackjack. Let's play some blackjack.
You draw only death cards.
I know.
No, that this time it's gonna be. What's the other thing? The other one, Wheel of Fortune or something. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The first card is for Koy. It is the 7 of Staves.
Okay.
Next card is for Ironheart. It is Justice. That is the major arcana. So we are at 10 and 7. So next one for Koy. It is the Knight of Staves. So you're at 17.
17, yeah.
And for Ironheart, that is the 9 of Swords. 18.
Does the fact it's my suit do anything in blackjack? I don't think so, correct?
No, we're...
Okay. Damn. I will stay.
You can stop Amina if that's what you wanted to do. Or stop Amina and Koy.
Koy, hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit. I mean, I have to hit.
You gotta do it.
I have to.
Do it.
Hit me. What's that?
Ace of Swords. So you're at 18.
So 18.
Hit.
You can do it. You can do it. I believe.
It doesn't get worse than losing.
You're gonna get a 3. You're gonna get a 3 right here. 3 of Cups.
What is it?
Page of Swords.
That's not it.
No.
All major arcana are 10?
Major Arcana, face value, or 10.
10.
The Page, Knight, Queen, King, or 10.
Poop. Alright. Well, I tried. Sorry, fam.
28. We were close to winning in cribbage.
If only.
That's Amina's favorite card game. Amina's like, I don't want blackjack.
Amina made cribbage. It's been so long.
I was just bored one day.
Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna put these little pegs in this board. So. Yes.
You love pegs.
Ew.
Greatest invention ever.
Oh. Alright.
Alright, Ironheart.
How where your first thought went?
I just like pegs. That's Koy's the one who made it weird.
PEGS. Yeah, got it.
Oh,
You say you like pegging.
No, I said I like pegs.
More like the something along those lines.
Okay. This is a mature channel. We're fine.
Where do you think? Come on, man. I was shacking up with a demon. What do you think? What do you expect?
Simon?
You gotta be 18 plus to play cribbage.
There's a lot
Alright.
of pegging in cribbage.
Anywho, I busted.
Repeat it.
All the
Speaking
pegs
of-
in the hole.
The way I play
Speaking,
it.
Yeah.
speaking of pegging, I busted. So let's continue.
Yes.
So I'm gonna appear right next to Amon and say, "Get Amina out of here now.
I'm good at that.
Fly
Fly
through the roof.
Sparrow.
Whatever you need to do, go."
Fly, Sparrow. Fly.
Fly, you
So
fools.
I'm not too far away
Mhm.
from the hole that I created in the ceiling, correct?
Correct.
So I would be able to kind of spin around, grab Amina, and then superhero jump straight through the ceiling.
That would be
Dealer.
simple and nice, wouldn't it? But it was Ironheart that had just. How did you stop Koy first?
So I'm not wanting to necessarily hurt my siblings at this point. I'm infuriated with them. And I am pretty sure one of them betrayed me on more than one occasion.
Denny's.
So
Oh yeah.
as I see her start to run, are we the only ones in the room?
We're in this hallway,
Can
going
the others
toward the
see
room.
us? Can anyone else see us?
If they're looking down through the hole that Amon made, maybe.
No, I mean, can any of the other angels see us?
See us in the hallway.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to see you.
No. So,
It's just me and Koy. Nobody else can see us.
well, Amina was right there with Koy, because Amina was trying, or Koy was trying to grab Amina.
Right. But
So
Okay.
I don't
you were at
think
the
I don't-
entrance to the
yeah,
hall.
I don't think we
Yes.
made it.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Koy was. Yes. So yes, it is just you and Koy at this moment.
I will use my new relic.
Are you gonna electrify me, bitch?
I will use my new relic.
Oh my gosh,
the
this
one
is
they
shocking.
Don't know about.
What?
To shock her and to
Shocking.
drop her to the ground.
All right, so that is going to be a whole other draw because you draw
Yeah.
to stop them. But this is just for you. You won't be drawing against them, Koy. So this relic is a lightning level 3. So you can direct lightning strikes into anyone you can see or into crowds of people. Basically power an entire city, create a countrywide blackout. But with that, you have some trammels with it.
Okay.
Let's see here. It creates a horrifying or agonizing side effect on the angel or on some other being that you care for. Which is difficult since you don't care for much right now. And you must also yes. So you feel half of the damage that you are dealing to them as well.
Do I know this going into it?
Not thinking you do.
Okay. Then yeah, that is what I do.
Describe it for me.
I grip this keychain in my hand, and I place it against my sword. I've linked it around, wrapped it around my hand, and it's in my sword hand, and I turn to Koy and I go, "You should have let it go." And I summon the electricity. It travels down from my hand into my sword. And as I bring my sword with the hilt and touch Koy with it, it transfers that heat and lightning to Koy to bring her to the ground. And seeing as there is very little I care about at this point, heck, you might go and go as far as to say there's nothing I truly care about at this point. The woof is probably about the only thing I do. I hear her whimper in pain, which just serves to infuriate me more. So I feel the damage from the electricity that is transferred, half of it. I know it is not as great as what I have done to Koy, and I accept it. And I start to walk forward with my sword drawn, kind of guessing that my dear wolf will not be able to stop Amina, so I will have to get the item from her.
May I use my miracle now
Yes.
and edit this event because I don't like it?
Oh,
Oh.
solid.
Yes.
Yes.
We're gonna go rewind. And I'm actually willing to give Amina her essence back for this to pan out the way she would like it to pan out.
Describe this to me, Koy.
Solid miracle Koy.
So, is there a limit on how far back we can, or
Vegas.
You have to role play the whole thing.
and then we start. And I'll be like Olaf, like in Frozen 2, just like recapping the story.
You have to do the whole thing as Rick Moranis. I mean, it's kind of a.
I'm just trying to think of at what point did things get a little bit, probably pre-Yuurei, seeing the the little foot thing. I don't know.
Let's see here. Which card?
Wait.
All right, let's pick 5.
So from your right, third one in. Yes. Yeah.
All right, that is the 6 of Swords. So you can go back, let's say, 60 minutes.
60 minutes. 6 minutes?
Let's see here.
That's a long time.
10.
Yeah. What happened 6 minutes ago?
Vegas.
6 minutes?
6 minutes is basically like this entire episode.
Yeah. Do
Sam.
what you believe is thematically the best.
Sam, I really want you to like what's the name of that game show where the banker and the cases and all that?
Deal or no deal?
Yeah, deal or no. I really want you to look at the cards and then offer like an alternative like situation with every card. Like, okay, I'm gonna offer you this. If you choose this, you can take this one, but the dealer's offering you this. I really want you to do that.
With this knowledge, with me about to get my ass kicked by
Yeah.
Ironheart,
Yeah.
And now that I know this, I would like to go back to when we first met the first little homie. And instead of blathering around like an idiot, I'm actually going to use my physicality and athleticism to its advantage and whoop ass for Amina.
This whole thing didn't take place then.
Yeah.
So when Gollum attacked Yuurei, you run up and beat him out of the sky.
That's so cool.
I'm gonna do a Gollum smash.
Perfect.
But are we going to start the next game at exactly the same place we started this one?
Yeah.
Yep. That's
So-
that's penultimate session as we start over.
God.
I love it. So
and Koy's the only one that remembers.
Koy's
Uh-huh.
the only one that remembers.
We played out the
Nice.
entire thing and none of it happened.
I know.
You guys are breaking me.
You gave her this power.
I did.
This is
Yeah.
truth.
You literally gave it to her.
This is why Sam needs the dealer needs a break for December.
Okay, yeah, December, please.
Yeah, see, I'm just like, no. So Ironheart, you go to swing at Koy with your sword with the electricity, and then you're back at the airport.
And I don't know any
You
different.
don't know any different. You had just walked off the plane. You just know you need to go find your siblings. It seems you're just starting again. Koy, you see the creature, but it is not going to Yuurei. Something's changed. And it is instead attacking Jack, and Yuurei is not there.
What? It's attacking Jack?
Yes.
Well, and Jack is firing a gun.
Jack's firing a gun.
This is a Back to the Future type stuff right here.
Love it.
So you're a little
Okay.
you're a little disoriented. You're looking for Yuurei, but Yuurei is gone. But yes, Jack, you are unloading the clip into this creature's face.
Yeah.
Which card should I draw?
The 7th.
No, pick the 15th.
I want card number 243.
Oh, there's not that many cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have gotten the 10 of Cups.
Oh, okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yes, that is a success. Describe this, Yuurei. Not Yuurei, sorry, Jack.
So the long-armed thing comes scampering across the floor toward me, and left-handed just point the gun straight at its face and blow its head into splattering chunks that get all over. You're not there yet, are you? You showed up after it attacked, so Amon's not there. But I guess poor Amina is the one that's going to get covered with.
Poor thing. She's trying to get her relic.
She's all, hey, let's talk, and then it comes charging and its head explodes in her face. Sorry. This has been a really bad day for you and keeping this temple sanctified and all good for the poor church people you promised to make a good job of it.
Because about half a second after this, Amon's set crashes through the roof.
That's right. I was about to say.
That's right.
Do I have to draw again?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm flying above, and I look down, and I come in straight, pencil shaped, right? Of course.
Mhm.
So now I am flying, so this is a blessing, right? So I want the 6th and I want the 15th.
No.
No, this Ami gets to choose.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's blessing number 1 is the
King of Cups.
oh, baby. It's my
And
aspect right there.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Here it is.
6 of coins.
Well,
Again. I mean, no, none of that happened.
It's the new death
None
card.
of that didn't happen.
Back off, Koy. You saw this. Cards everywhere.
so the king works
King
well,
of
right?
Cups, yeah,
Yes.
King of Cups.
So I come through unscathed.
Can I draw to see if he lands on top of me this time?
Yes. Let me
We're going back.
shuffle my cards back in. Which card would you like, Amina?
I mean, do you have
These are important questions. This is up there with "Is my face on fire?"
do you have advantage? I mean, how does this work? I mean,
Well, I'm covered in blood and right now, so I don't know that I have advantage. I don't really.
Why are you covered in blood?
Because I exploded the monkey creature in her face.
so is this a
Okay.
success that you were hit by me, or a not success?
If it's a success, I am not hit by you.
Yeah,
If it
fair.
is not a success, then yeah.
Straight on top damage.
One card. Which one, Amina?
Pick the number. Pick it.
Just the top card.
You're so nice.
Oh,
to me.
so nice.
What?
The
Yeah.
Hermit. This
Oh.
is Yurei's
Which is-
signifier.
Which is Yuri's card.
Oh, so Yuurei decides?
Yurei, what happens to Amina?
Yeah, I'll let Yuri decide. That's great.
What happens to Amina?
Yes, describe this.
I think Amon's set comes in the other room. He miscalculates the position and actually comes in the room where the altar
mask
is. Right.
Wow.
And he knew what the mask was because he's the one who reminded me of
That's
it.
right. In the memory.
Straight down, superhero landing. Kind of stand up, look to my left, see this mask right here, and how about that?
You look forward and it's up on the wall beneath, again, this beautiful fresco painting.
It's a mosaic.
Mosaic.
Thank you.
There we go. I know my art history. Yes.
So I say out loud to myself, Damocles, you always had a way with art.
I would like to point out there is sunlight in this room.
Yes, there is.
Probably now ruining the.
Mom? What is happening? Ugh.
Yes. So, yeah, the dust settles around you. You sort of have the sunlight trickling in through it, and poetically so, the beam is shining right on the mask. At this time, Ironheart, you enter the room through the bottom of the church. What do you do? Do you just walk straight into the church?
I know my siblings are there, so yeah, and I am walking in with a wolf beside me.
All right. So to everyone else, besides Amon, Ironheart has walked in. Koy, you remember everything.
I have some flame around me I'm controlling once I'm just with my siblings. But I don't necessarily have my weapon drawn. Not that Koy would know where the electric came from, but I do have that wrapped around my hand just to have it. I've secured it basically like around my arm, my hand to keep a hold of it. But
I think the first thing Ironheart would hear is Amina turning to Jack and saying, "Jack, what the hell?"
Coming right for me.
I see Amina covered in
pop
blood.
the clip and tuck the gun under my arm, pull out another clip, and reload it one-handed.
I see blood on Amina. I see the gun out. I go ahead and pull my sword. What are we fighting?
I'm with Amon set.
I mean, you guys hear a crash from another room.
I whistle and signal and point, and the wolf goes running that way, and I follow it. I don't say anything. I'm assuming whatever is dangerous is coming from that room, not realizing it's Amon's head.
I'm running ahead.
Excellent. Do you tell them, Koy, anything, or you just run after?
Just go. Just go.
Ironheart to bed, guy, bye.
All right. And this is where we're going to end our session tonight.
We hit all that, and then we start again.
Yes, it's great. Real quick, just again, thanks everyone for joining tonight. Next episode is going to be our finale until the new year, which we may or may not be coming back with Relics, but I think we will be. But shh. So thank you for watching Penny for Your Tail. We have had, we're going to go ahead and let everyone do their outros. We'll start with Paul, then go down to Eric, and then to Philip, and it's going to be amazing. So go ahead, guys.
I'm still Paul, even after all this time. I am so thankful that I randomly threw out this idea while we were talking at Denny's one day, and that Em has made it an incredible adventure. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Next time. All right, go ahead, Danny.
I'm Danny from San Diego, and I've been playing One-Eyed Jack, the angel from Vegas who loves to gamble.
All right, Philip, go ahead.
Phil from Fort Worth, Texas. Thank you so much to everybody. I really appreciate you all watching. I really look forward to seeing whether Amon reaches over, grabs the mask in the sunlight, and controls millions as his mission has been on this earth. So we'll see.
Who is the dangerous one here?
We'll find out next time
on
Dragon Ball Z.
Rowena.
Hey, Rowena here, playing Koy Bumba, who, with one swift miracle, brought us back to where we were 2 hours ago. So
solid. Best miracle of all time.
That was really good.
That was clutch.
Very excited to see how things pan out now that we get a redo.
Just
some of us.
And all of that craziness, you've forgotten that Yuurei is not there. Something has changed. Where is Yuurei? All right, Eric.
Oh, I am still Eric, still playing Yuurei, the angel of the internet.
Are you?
Well, I may not be present.
Does the internet
maybe
exist
you just need to clear your cache and try again.
I'm gonna need you to defrag your hard drive.
You have a 404. Right. Yuurei not
Have you tried turning it off and turn it back on again?
Oh my gosh, Yuurei sounds like URL.
Yuurei stuck in 1885.
Doesn't it? URI is a thing.
URI. Yuurei was not born in 1885, so.
No.
There you go.
All right, Ashley.
1983.
I'm Ashley. I played Ironheart this evening. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what ends up transpiring between Ironheart and Koy next time, because as of right now, Ironheart doesn't see anyone as a enemy.
Mm,
So we'll see how it goes.
we shall see. I'm sure Amon will say something. So,
I
all right,
typically do.
typically do. All right, guys, this has been Penny for a Tale playing Relics. You can pick up this game at 10 Star Games as well as Indie Press Revolution. Remember that we have Legend of the Five Rings tomorrow at 7. Maybe it's 6. 6. I'm sorry about that. And then on Thursday, we will be back with Lexicultum at 10 for all of our West Coast people. That will be 10, 9, 8, 7 your time, so you can watch. Thank you, and have a good night.
Good
Good night, everybody.
See you guys.